What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. Shout out to everybody, LDBC and all that good shit. Internet afternoon grind on Saturday, and boxing scene had an article about is the heavyweight division better without Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly Klitschko? And I guess you would have to say yes, but when they was fighting, before the Wilder, Joshua, Fury, era, without them, we would have just had false prophets, I would say, in the heavyweight division. It would have been a whole bunch of heavyweights that were low level, masquerading as real upper echelon, high level boxers. Would have had guys that, never, would have been mentioned as, Hall of Fame or elite boxers in the heavyweight division being, mentioned that way without the Klitschkos in their time. And a lot of people say that about the Klitschkos, say, oh, they didn't have any competition, so, they really wasn't that good. Let's say that. Vitaly gave Lennox Lewis all he wanted and more. And after that, I think Lennox Lewis bowed out of the game. And showed that he had heart. He was the Klitschko that fought a little different, a little awkward, and, had the better chin. He got stopped once, but it was because of a shoulder injury. Vladimir been just stopped multiple times, as we know. But they say he punched the harder out of the two. But it's only a better division without the Klitschkos. Just for the simple fact now that there's becoming solid boxers now in the division. They held the heavyweight division down so long, and it kept it relevant around the world. It might not have been as relevant as it once was in the 90s and in the 80s and stuff like that, in the 70s, especially in America, but it was very prevalent and relevant and over there on the other side of the pond. And you got to thank them for keeping boxing alive over there, as far as the heavyweight division. Vladimir was selling out Germany like crazy. It was a truly a big event every time he fought. And he knocked out people damn near every time. So did Vitaly. I think he put that sauce on Thomas Adamek. They ain't duck nobody. And you can say, well, wasn't nobody really to duck. But I think right now it's a better place without him. For the simple fact that now you got other brand ambassadors that can do it. You got an ambassador of the UK, Anthony Joshua. You probably got the ambassador of America, between Ortiz and Wilder. Ortiz is now, I believe, a legal citizen of America. You got three right there. Then you got other guys that are, right under them. Subcategories right under them. We got Dylan White, God forsaken if Fury ever comes back. Like I said, he's not coming back. Fury, Joseph Parker, Brian Baba Jennings, Amir Mansour, Dominic Brazil. So, it's deeper than it once was. And now you got guys that have the height of the Klitschkos and the physicality of the Klitschkos that have a little bit of skill now. Usually when the Klitschkos fought guys, they didn't have the size to beat them. Then it was guys that had the size who didn't have the skill to beat them. And that was always the knock. And, Teddy Atlas said he put an asterisk, basically paraphrasing on Vladimir Klitschko's career based on the ups and downs and the lack of competition. But they did what they were supposed to do. They dominated a lackluster career, but it's definitely a better division without them right now. But we gone.